All right, and episode 2, Joel. It's started.
Ready.
Here we go. So I did not tell you this. We have not pre-planned this, and I'm just going to throw this at you right now. So here we go. I'm going to ask you a would you rather question. You know, you love them. We used to do them all the time in the car.
I don't know what car you were in.
In Oklahoma, we used to ride up there.
Oh,
You might have been asleep. You probably ignore me. Guys, anyway. And at home, think about what would you do? Would you rather? Okay, Joel, these are your 2 options, all right? 1, every time you sneeze, and I want to set the tone for this. A 6'6" dominatrix male, full leather daddy. I'm talking chainmail. You know, he's got his nipples pierced. Swats you with a paddle.
Ooh,
3 times. 3 hard swats.
I already know I'm going to choose the other one.
You think that now. So I mean, I'm talking about this guy is following you around the store. He's walking around. I mean, he's with you 24/7. Like, this is his paid job, is to only follow you and just wait. So every time you have to sneeze, he like gets excited. He lifts the paddle and he puts it back down.
Oh.
You know, so you're
giving me variations of this.
Yeah, like,
it's
this
not
guy
just a full. You said dominatrix, and
you're like, huh? He's like, huh? He's all excited, like he's gonna get you, and then you stop. So if you hold it in, he stops.
Oh,
but he's everywhere.
This reminds me of the Sandman kind of, or Freddy Krueger, or whatever the dream situation.
Yeah, but it's not a punishment. This is your life. Like some weird spell. This.
You are my punishment.
I know that. No, but what I'm saying is just.
I don't need that guy. I need you.
This is your life. Okay, you get married. He's there. He's your best man. Full leather daddy attire. He's at the grocery store with you. He's at the bank with you. He's at work with you. Like, he's around with you at night. He sits and watches you sleep. This is his paid job.
This is you reenacting Bill.
This is Bill. By the way, guys, say hi to Bill. We don't have a photo yet, but Bill did some.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Bill.
I got the handshake.
I'm pretty sure Bill has a recording device in there. He showed up, somewhere, maybe on the utility belt.
Oh yeah, that would be the perfect spot for it.
Good old Bill. But anyway, so you got this scenario, okay?
He reminds me of Elf on the Shelf over here.
It's Bill on the chair. Bill in the square.
Now, if he moves during the recording, I want everybody to comment. Like, if he just somehow magically appears down here without us moving it.
Yeah, or while we're looking at y'all, Bill moves behind us, maybe some kind of weird, messed up Toy Story situation going on. But back to my scenario, Joel, and don't just assume you're going to take that one. I was trying
to distract you from it. So
okay, no, I have not forgotten. So we're back to it. Full leather daddy. He's got a thing that says daddy on him.
Oh my!
Like, just very uncomfortable. Other than that, he's a great guy. He talks to you. He helps you. Great advice. Maybe he's good at financial advising. I don't know, but this is his job. He is required to do it by whatever magical force it is. Okay. So option number 2, every time you enter a new room, okay? So this
is the second option.
The second option. Every time you enter a new room. Okay. And when I mean this, if you leave your bedroom, you've entered a new room.
Whoa.
If you enter the living room, new room. Whoa. You leave the house, new room. Target, new room. You shit your pants. Full-blown blowout. You can't now. And before you try to look for the loophole, nothing can maintain it. Everyone is gonna know.
I was gonna say I could wear a diaper.
Nope, diaper. I'm talking full on blowout.
Why has this got to be a lose-lose situation?
It is because that way you have to pick one. You're not gonna have a win-win.
No, so that's my life right there. So I like win-win situations.
No, so the situation is you either cheers.
I'm trying to get away from this, and I gotta lift myself out of this.
My coffee's
destitute.
My coffee's a little full.
You can see the steam coming up out of the.
You got the white steam going. So you got
the froth.
Full leather daddy, or you are literally going to shit yourself every room you go into, full blown out. You're not going to have enough pants.
This guy you said in the first option was going to be helpful, and he's going to be my accountant.
He's going to be a good guy. He's going to and he doesn't do the spankings as a punishment. It's just if you sneeze, if you somehow never sneeze again, he's never going to spank you.
When's the last time you heard me sneeze?
I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
But now he is going to follow you, and he is going to wear the full daddy, the full daddy.
You know, I'm going to be
attire.
dreaming about this tonight.
I know. That's why I brought it. You're gonna wake up and you're gonna find him floating over you. So, but you also have to understand the ramifications of shitting yourself to where you go, right?
Yeah.
You know,
I stepped away from that debacle.
Yeah, I mean, and also the pain. This is not something magical. You feel good. You know, you're going to be in some serious intestinal pain. So, where are you going to do, Joel?
I already answered that.
What is it?
I'm going with the first option. I need one of those daddies.
You want the full leather daddy? We're very proud of you, Joel, for coming out. Guys, just so you know, that wasn't actually a whatever. That was just Joel coming out. He just didn't know how to tell y'all. You know, so we all now know that
So
Joel
no matter what
loves,
option, I was screwed.
No, other one option was like, I just thought you had IBS and maybe you just want to tell us that. But no, Joel went with the full leather daddy. So guys, we did say this was everything under the sun, even though that's not the podcast name, because as we discussed last episode, it was stolen from us. Yeah. So
it was taken from
it is now Relaxing Under the Sun podcast. But that is Joel coming out. Let's give him one more, guys. So excited. All those extra leather daddy. If we have anyone out there that is a professional trained leather daddy, please comment. Write in. Joel is obviously looking for someone to spank him every time he sneezes. If we have anyone out there wanting to apply, I personally would accept that option too. For some reason.
So you're going to answer your own.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take the full leather daddy too.
Okay.
You know, because I don't sneeze that much, and just something about literally, shitting myself every room I go. It just sounds horrible.
Did you get this would you rather from another podcast or a book or
I think it might have been from another podcast.
Okay, so this wasn't something you came up with.
No,
this is something that you just kind of you got a list of would you rather.
This was like this was like a couple of would you rathers that they've done, and I've combined them. I can't remember what other options. They actually went a lot worse and a lot dirtier. This was like my version of PG-13 pushing R. I could have gone a lot worse, guys. And we may in the future definitely go a lot worse. But, for now, we all know we all know Joel was very excited about the leather daddy. And we gave him the shout out, the cheers. Cheers to all the leather daddies out there. We're not here to shame or judge here.
We're here to have fun.
We're here to have fun and talk about what's happening in the world right now. And I know that's something pretty serious going on now, don't we, Joel?
We got a couple things to randomly, kind of bounce around.
What do we want to start with now? You want to start with your thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead and bring that up for us.
All right, so I'm going to read it. So I'm not trying to make this up. I'm a bad storyteller. People get paid to write this stuff, so I just read. So I'm a better reader than a writer. Former teacher of 30 years quits job over out-of-control students. Low pay. We've had enough. Teachers nationwide are quitting their jobs at an alarming rate. They're dealing with a major shortage, with several teachers quitting after feeling financially undervalued and facing a lack of discipline among students. It goes on, and you get the gist from just that paragraph. My thought, and I'd like to see what you think about this, is I feel like the government should get away from the education sector, and I feel like it should be privatized. Because capitalism makes companies, make things better than a government.
The first thing I heard.
Teachers, 30, 40,000, 50,000 a year. Doctors get like, $200,000 a year.
I'm the first thing I heard when I heard you say things about the teachers quitting in droves and complaining about their pay. All I heard was a small violin playing and my 1-star review segment.
We're talking about the kids. Everybody's got kids. A lot of people have kids. Maybe none of you got kids, whatever, but the kids, this is a very important thing. I've got 2 kids.
No, yeah, I understand what you're saying, but here's the issue, right? Mm-hmm. Teachers, and I believe this started around COVID.
Yeah. This was when it really got out of control.
And you know, we can definitely. I'm going to get on my platform real quick.
Hey, I did my thing. You can do.
Yeah. Okay. So, for you, any teachers out there listening, do appreciate what you do.
Mm-hmm.
Please take that.
This is why I brought it up, because I appreciate what
please
you do.
take that for you know what I'm about to say. But I'm also going to say this. Y'all need to stop acting like it's the hardest damn job on the planet. Yes, kids are unruly. Yes, parents are horrible. I'm not taking that from you. But when you get paid 50 to 60K a year, you have summers off, you work in the AC. Let's stop right there, okay? Let's not even go beyond that. How many people out there right now working blue-collar jobs or working retail jobs at low-level pay, busting their ass for next to nothing? You know how, like, oh no, I got to take 2 months off and get paid. How horrible. You know, where's my violin? I need a violin sound effects because I'm outraged by because here's the thing. Teachers got COVID, right? Yeah. They got this little taste of, oh, I can teach from home online. And then they come back and they're like, oh, wait, I actually have to work for a living? Wait, I have to.
You remember when the nurses and the teachers were the heroes, or was it just the nurses?
No, I think they were teachers and heroes. Teachers, nurses, heroes. But that's what I'm trying to say, though, is like, teaching is a noble profession. The teachers that taught me, God forbid, y'all are saints. But I'm just saying they expect so much now. The amount of stuff they expect you to buy for their school supplies. Then I see this thing now on like these teachers' wish lists. Like, oh, I have a wish list. I need a $25 Starbucks gift card. No, you don't. You know what? You want Starbucks? Go get your own damn Starbucks. You know what my parents? You know what my mom worked in the school system. She drank Folgers coffee. Okay,
yeah,
Folgers by the can. You don't need Starbucks. Okay, you know what you need is a kick in the ass and realize that work is hard. You know, Joel, how many days are we out there in the hot hell of Texas, Oklahoma
every
heat,
day,
working our asses off, and we're not making anywhere near teacher salary? Okay, and again, let's say this: if you are working in the middle school, high school range, I'm not talking to you right now. So who I'm talking to that kindergarten through 5th grade. You don't even need. Okay, why do you need a college education to teach kindergarten? I could do that right now. Yes. I probably could have done that when I was 18 years old.
What's one
with the
plus
technology?
One and
exactly.
2
Kids are. You know what? Kids are. You know,
A, B, C, D,
and
E, F,
you know,
G.
I don't know how it is out there for what state you're living. I know in Texas we have a standardized testing system, so the state basically tells you what to teach.
Yeah.
What you do is you show up and you are a parrot.
Yeah.
You know, we could have AI robots pretty much do. And again, there are teachers, you know, Mr. Smith and my physics teacher, Miss Irby, my math teacher, all from back when I was in school. Those teachers, they were old school.
Yeah.
Okay. They didn't take shit from us. They Miss Irby straight up call you out in class and kick your ass up and down that hall.
It's funny.
Those were the teachers.
20 years.
That's what I'm
done.
saying. I'm not. See, I feel like we're going to have some of the audience get kind of angry at us. And I'm not talking to those teachers out there. The ones that y'all retired, y'all were the heroes. It's this new young generation, partly our generation, partly the generation after us. It's the COVID generation. It's the vid generation.
Yeah.
You got lazy. Okay. Teaching's not an easy profession. You didn't get into it because it's supposed to be a quick buck. You got into it allegedly because you wanted to help kids. You know, not everyone does. You know, like I said before on this podcast, I was a police officer, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I did not become a cop because I wanted to save the world. I became a cop because I wanted to drive cars really fast and I wanted to fight people.
Okay,
and that's not John Bauer. That's literally what I did. If I was on a hire, now of course, you know, we can get into the whole details of why cops are not hired this way anymore. But if I was a hiring process, I'd want to hear 2 things.
Oh.
Why you want to be a cop? 1, I want to drive fast and I want to kick ass. You tell me those 2 things. That's all I need to know. We'll figure out the rest, son.
Yeah,
we'll figure out the rest. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, the wussification of society, of America. And I know that's not what you brought this thing on about teaching. And like I said, obviously the government, well, first off, I don't like big government. I like the whole idea of capitalism.
Yeah.
You know, but here's the thing though. If we made everything like private, then obviously you're going to have kids that can't afford that type of type of education system because it's going to happen.
You've heard of standard of living, right?
Yes.
Things get paid depending on your zip code.
Yeah, but you know how it is, okay? You know the best teachers are not in the hoods. You know, if we can only speak.
I'm just looking for like a kindergarten. Let's just say an elementary school that's foodie tootie.
Yes.
And then you've got a middle, kind of, in the middle, and then you got, for God forbid, the poorer area. So, there's different classes, and I know that that's a whole new story in itself because now you're separating classes.
Yeah, see, and we're already doing that now with the public system.
Yeah.
We can only speak for Texas. I mean, look at South Lake Carroll, one of the richest school systems.
Yeah.
You can look at Garland. Garland has 4
because they can afford the houses.
Yes, and
in that area.
Well, Garland has 4 separate high schools. You get to choose which high school you go to.
Wow.
And they literally have it divided where there's a science high school, there's an athlete school,
Whoa.
there's a so
It's almost like college.
Yeah, so basically you're just starting to you get recruiting problems. There is no good way to make that system work. There is no good system.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to sit here and try to tell you I know how to fix it, Joel. I'm not going to tell our
want the
audience
federal
that.
government out of it. I think it's more of a state issue than it is.
Yes, I would love the federal government out of it, but I just wanted to kind of bash on the teachers for a minute because all I've heard them is complain about how little they get paid. I mean, didn't here in Oklahoma they had a walkout, I believe, a couple years ago where all the teachers just
Pennsylvania just had. I saw a video clip of Pennsylvania students walking out over male and females not wanting to use the bathrooms together. So that was
he's brought up the gender.
Yeah, well, that's why they
stuff.
walked out, but that wasn't against the teachers. That was just against what they believe in.
Yeah, we just there's so much to divulge into, but the prod that you talked about, the money and stuff, that that alone kind of gave me a little time to get my rant out.
Yeah, I had no idea that was about.
Yeah, they have a big issue on wage gap. I do think the federal government needs to stay out of things. I don't know if we need to privatize it, but it definitely needs to be fixed in some way. I just don't know how we're going to do that right now.
School choice is that privatized?
School choice is almost a way to circumvent the.
So this is the public school, but they're being able to choose.
You can choose the thing they're trying to do is where you can choose where your money goes. Again, that's going to be another issue for itself. And like I said, I'm not well versed enough to talk on that, but I can talk about.
Hey, comment if you guys know more.
Yeah,
and school
please.
Us.
If you want us to talk,
you can call in and you can kind of elaborate.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're a teacher out there and you're listening and you want to tell me I'm an idiot, then that's fine. I'm not. I know
this show's for everybody.
And here's the thing, right? If you're teaching in some super hard where you're like getting stabbed and stuff in like a first graders, I'm not talking to you, okay? I'm talking to the teachers that work in those cushy ass jobs with the cushy ass students and the cushy ass lives.
Gift cards.
Yeah, I'm calling out those teachers, okay? Yeah, I'm not.
It would be nice.
Yeah, it would be nice if I could have a $25 gift card, or I could have 52 erase markers. No, you know what? My kid's not using that. So let's not get in there.
I thought everything was digital. What is this erase marker all about?
I don't know. I'm just talking.
We need tablets.
I'm just ranting. I used to work at Walmart and I watched parents come in all the time and buy erase markers.
Oh,
I was just
know firsthand.
Yeah, I just watched these parents buy this stuff and I'm like, why are y'all buying all this? And they're like, it's on our list. I'm like, what the hell for? Last time I checked, everything's digital. And that was in 2020. I thought school wasn't even. Who are we buying markers for in 2020? There's no school.
Yeah. With the
vid.
Mm-hmm.
But then everyone got Facebook poked, and we all got back to normal. I think you New Yorkers are just now getting back. Hey, do you remember when we used to have passport cards to go to different restaurants? Does anyone remember that? I believe they called it a vaccine card, but I'm going to call it a passport card.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's just crazy to me that we went through a time, and it wasn't even that long ago, that we had to have passports to go in our own country.
Yeah.
God bless America. I bet our founding fathers, they designed that. This is when they think of America, this is what they wanted. They definitely this is what. And I can only see the comments. I can see y'all's comments now. America's a lot better now. Yes, I get it. Life is better. We have vaccines. We don't have slavery. Life is a million times better. But I'm saying we are starting to fall back. There's a reason why Rome is no longer in existence. Okay.
I think what you said earlier about getting too cushy, it's not just with the teachers. I think that's with everybody.
Everyone.
We haven't seen a legitimate World War threat with nuclear type of world ending kind of consequences, and everybody's just like, where's my iPhone? You know, where's the tweet? Where's the Facebook?
Life has become too easier. Hey, you know what? It's been too soft. Wish, hey, never say never, right? You got Daddy Putin out there doing his thing. Which I've told you before, Joel. When it comes to World War III, I have absolutely no belief that it's actually going to be what our grandfathers fought in. Or
no, I think it's going to be information.
Yeah, it's going to be an information war. What's going to happen is...
And it's already started.
Yep.
Everybody's always fighting for your mind, even us.
Yeah, everyone's fighting for your money.
Even Bill.
Hey, Bill back there, he's busy looking at your computer, watching your phone,
Yeah. Patriot Act 1.0.
Gotta love it, guys. Gotta love what we're gonna go into. Oh, no, well, I can't wait till the FBI, we'll get swatted or the FBI raids our little podcast studio here. You'll never find us. This definitely is not going to give it away.
I didn't do it.
We're always on the road. You'll never find us. Just in the last 3 days, we've almost touched Arkansas, Missouri, and Kansas. You'll never find us. Yeah.
Well, you just gave away our position.
They only know a small. Maybe I'm in Hawaii. y'all don't know where I am. I was watching the president fall asleep at the Maui conference. Not going into it. I just like to take a shot at Biden wherever I can.
Yeah. He made this, I saw this little picture today, and he made this weird face at the Brazilian or whatever country. Where was he at? He was somewhere, and he made this kind of look at him.
It's just because his probably clone was... I think he's like the 30th generation clone, and I think they're starting to die out faster and faster. That's the problem.
He was never that good of a senator. Like, he just sat there and he was just plagiarized the entire time. He lied and
literally, I never even
don't understand how 82 million people voted for this guy. They must have really hated Trump.
When you have 60 million dead people vote for you, it's really helpful.
That's where.
See, my grandfather, God rest his soul, fought. He fought in Hiroshima, and he would be rolling in his. I can't believe that he voted for Biden in this last election. Last time I checked, he died in '94, but he decided to come out and take another vote.
Did you at least give him a hug or a handshake?
No, I never saw him. He actually looked weird. He looked a little like Bill. Guy showed up with the glasses on and all that. And, hey, that's how it goes sometimes, I guess.
Truman Show,
guys.
Yeah, you saw Dad for a couple of seconds. That was Dad, I swear.
Oh my God!
Everybody tried to propagandize him.
Oh, guys, I think we're getting a little too heavy right now. I'm gonna try to lighten it up a little bit.
Yeah.
So I know I did my 1-star reviews, which was a nod to Mr. Dan Cummins himself. But before I heard him do the 1-star reviews on a podcast, there was a review on 2015. Some of you might have heard of it. Joel never heard of it, and we talked about it. He told me I should go ahead and read it on there.
This was a while ago, so a lot of this will be fresh on my mind.
Yeah. So, but what I'm trying to say is, y'all might have already heard it, but this review was written by, I believe it's just says Luke. He wrote it back in 2015. It is the best review, 1-star review of all time. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if he did not write this trolling. If he wrote this truly, this man is a genius.
Yeah. If he was actually just writing this, then he wrote a novel.
He wrote a novel, and he wrote it tells a story. Okay, you will. By the time I'm finished reading this, you will understand what it feels like to eat a Haribo sugar-free gummy bear. Okay, Luke has reviewed this on June 5th of 2015. He was rating the sugar-free gummy bears. I'm just go ahead and tell it how I believe he felt it. It was my last class of the semester, and the final exam was worth 30% of our grade. After a late night of study session, I felt confident, but I had to decide between sleeping in or cooking breakfast. My eyelids chose sleep. My stomach later regretted this decision, and after several uncomfortable stomach groans, I finally decided to make a quick stop by the campus bookstore and grab a snack bag before my test. Since the semester was ending and everyone was going home for the summer, a lot of items were on sale, including the snacks and candy that they kept in front. Sorry, guys, move this closer to me. Being in the hungry state that I was, it only felt logical to pick the largest yet least expensive candy in order to get more bang for my buck. What a deal, I thought. I thought naively. I would eat one bag before my test and one bag afterwards. As I walked to class, I gleefully chewed on those abominable little bastards, unaware that the utter mayhem that they would soon unleash on my poor anus. I sat down at my desk as the professor informed us that due to issues with cheating in the past, restroom breaks would be prohibited until the completion of the exam. I'll give you 10 minutes to use the restroom now. This will be your last chance. Any takers? The demon bears hadn't released their unholy necromancy upon my stomach yet, so in my moment of ignorant foolishness, I remained seated, still munching on those miniature bear-shaped bombs. After students wise enough to take the professor's offer had returned, the professor handed out the test. I was 6 questions in when it happened. It started subtly at first, almost like a slight tingling sensation in my lower abdomen. I thought nothing of it, assuming my intestines were just doing their thing. Little did I know that my intestines were trying to desperately warn me of the horror that was on the horizon. By question 9, it happened again, but this time it was followed by a sharp pain, as if the infernal hellions had orchestrated an attack upon my colon. I fought to contain the groan that tried escaping my lips. And it was at this point I began to panic. Something was going horribly wrong, and I needed to get through this test before anything got worse. By question 14, my worst fear was upon me. The Satan bear's burning hot liquidly dark magic crashed against my anal sphincter and like a tidal wave. I was able to close the hatch just in time, but those relentless toxic bears beat against it like the orcs breaking down the doors of Helm's Deep. I knew I wouldn't be able so much to a shift in my seat without risking a breach. Loudly groaning war cry came from my belly. The entire class lifted their heads. At this point, nothing mattered except expelling the ungodly presence from my bowels. Within 15 questions left, I promptly wrote a C for every answer and ran out of the classroom. My professor yelled something, but I was too preoccupied with the volcanic eruption that needed to take place before I could find sweet relief. I burst into the restroom like the Kool-Aid Man, and behold, the handicapped stall was empty. Sun rays from the adjacent window shone upon it as if the gift from God himself. It took me less than 0.5 seconds to undo my belt buckle, pull down my pants, and finally relax my weary buttocks on top of the toilet seat. It took absolutely no effort to expel this demon. Almost immediately, the floodgates of hell were opened, and the damned liquefied souls of an entire bag's worth of gummy bears cried through as they burned through my sphincter in the watery abyss below. I've never felt simultaneous relief and anguish in my laugh. I'm getting tears in my eyes because I feel this man's pain.
Everybody's been there.
Everyone. After 30 minutes of this, I immediately went home, dug a hole in my backyard, and burned the remaining bag of gummy bears.
Jeez, he made a sacrifice.
He sacrificed the demons. I leave with this. Do not, guys, listen. Do not, I repeat, do not eat these spawns of Satan. Not only did they cause me to fail my final test, but the anguish I experience is something I wish I wouldn't wish upon even my worst enemy.
Do you think he saw a psychiatrist after that?
I would. The only place these godforsaken hell bears belong are buried deep below Earth's surface. Yes, you know what, Haribo? I'm gonna tell you right now. I tried the sugar-free gummy bear test.
Oh, did you?
This is a true fact.
So you went down this same road.
I ate a bear because I wanted to see, and I tell you, these unholy hell demons do unleash on your sphincter. 64 people have found this helpful. I am the 64. This man is not telling any lies. Haribo, you are worse than Biden. You are worse than anyone else. How dare you create such a hellish sugar-free gummy bear? It looks delicious. It looks amazing, but the hell that it pushes on your guys, heed this warning. Do not eat an entire bear.
Okay, I got an idea.
Go ahead.
Halloween. You hand it up to the trick-or-treaters.
How dare you? That's just evil.
No, I'm just saying maybe you don't like your neighbors.
That is so evil. I don't even know. What does this do?
Would you rather? That was pretty evil.
That's what that is right there. Why would he do that to anyone?
I'm just saying, you got an evil personality sometimes.
Luke, this, if you are watching this, it's a hell of a review, my man.
Yeah.
Hell of a review.
Yeah.
I did not do the violin voice. I did not do this because I felt your pain, son. I felt it to you, my friend.
Look, that was pretty epic.
That was. Now let's go and make some fun of some other people that actually. So I asked Joel. I said, Joel, what is the one thing that you would never buy on Amazon? If y'all remember from last week, we were talking about, Amazon and Bezos' ingenious idea to basically steal Sam Walton's idea and Target's idea and just sell everything online.
What's Target prior? I remember Walmart. I think Target was there.
Yeah. Look, so here's the deal. Amazon sold books.
Yeah.
We're going to sell books. And everyone's like, I don't know damn books. And my dad, he's about the only one I think bought from that damn thing. But then he's like, you know what? I'm basically going to take Walmart. I'm going to put 2-day shipping. I'm going to screw over and I'm going to use the federal government's money to do it. But so I asked Joel, I said, Joel, what is the one thing you would buy? What did you tell me, Joel?
I said a chainsaw.
A chainsaw. Who on God's green earth goes to Amazon and is like, you know what? Nah, I could go to Harbor Freight. I could go to Lowe's. I could go Home Depot. I don't know what y'all have on the north or southwest coast, but I'm assuming you have some form of a hardware store that's a main chain that you're like, oh, that's where I'm going to get a chainsaw. No,
up north, they're tough. They go to grocery stores for chainsaws.
Yeah, But no, some people go to Amazon and they order the Greenworks 40-volt, 12 cordless compact chainsaw. And, they have some things they like to say about it.
Let's hear about it. I haven't even heard it. So this is all going to be brand new to me.
This man, WF.
Okay.
Absolutely horrible. Exclamation point.
Okay.
This is the second one. And on the third day, it stopped working. I feel like we're talking from the Bible and on the third day. If you buy one chainsaw from Amazon, let me help out WF if you're out there. You wrote this February 13, 2023. I hope you found a Lowe's or a Home Depot or anything, God knows, better than Amazon for your chainsaw needs. But this is, you didn't just buy one. You bought two. And you said this on the third day. How much chainsawing are you doing in a day?
Maybe he's got a company.
Okay, again, this worst company ever obviously went under.
I haven't heard the story yet, so I don't know.
Again, if you're going to buy a chainsaw online at a online retailer, I'm thinking you're using this maybe once, not twice, not 3 days, but he goes on. This chainsaw is absolute junk. The first one I purchased leaked oil all over me. And it was missing the black piece that keeps the chain. So, okay, let me break it down right here. The black piece that keeps the chain. If I'm reviewing this, what is that? I don't know what the black piece is, son.
There might be one black piece.
But I'm just saying, like, here's my thing.
Maybe there's multiple.
This is why, one
Did
idiot.
you look at the picture?
One idiot, and there's no picture, and one idiot found this helpful. So I guess, for the one idiot out there that found this helpful, whatever. Okay, so he sent it back. Apparently, he goes on. I won't interrupt myself. I'll save the rest. I'm sorry.
Okay.
The second one completely stopped working in the middle of the day. I live in Colorado. Yesterday was the first day of using this new second chainsaw. I used it for a little over 4 hours. It worked perfectly. Today, I got out a little after 1 p.m. I'm cutting logs into pieces to split with an axe. At 2:14 p.m., the chainsaw stops working in the middle of a cutting a 9-inch diameter log. The battery was full. The oil is full. I tried everything. I read the manual, but the saw is dead. Once again, I have to go through this whole refund process and order a new saw. This will not be Greenworks. Completely and utter garbage. Now, sir, let me break this down.
He had a timestamp.
You timestamped your chainsaw breakage. How does this help us? Why do I care? You live in Colorado. Yeah. Oh, at 1 p.m., guys. I'm starting to cut it. Oh, 2 o'clock. Yeah.
He's a very detailed guy.
So you tell us you live in Colorado. I've been to Colorado a couple times. I know for a
used to
fact.
live there.
Okay, Joel, am I not lying when I say for a fact there is a Home Depot or a Lowe's somewhere in Colorado?
Maybe they live in the mountains. There's not so much civilization out there.
Okay, but you're telling me that
I'm not
you're
trying to be smart.
No, I know. But I'm saying you're a mountain man. A mountain man.
Yes, the lumberjack with the flannel jacket
and you're
and
living and you're gonna order Amazon's chainsaw.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know about the Amazon Depot system out in the mountains.
I'm just saying, if you live in the middle of nowhere to the point that you can't get to a Lowe's,
they were trained
I seriously
to do
doubt.
all that.
I seriously doubt Amazon is going to come out there.
Maybe it was Aspen. You know how those rich guys go.
Those Californians love Aspen.
But what was a Californian actually taking it upon himself to actually order a chainsaw?
Well,
what
if
was he doing with that chainsaw?
If you read it correctly,
some of these guys don't know how to change their own tires.
Yeah, well, obviously he didn't know how to use a chainsaw. I mean, he checked everything, guys. The battery was full. It had oil. What else could it need? You know, I'm pretty sure I could go on right now. I don't know this for a fact, so don't quote me. Yeah. I'd probably go online right now, go to Home Depot, and I could probably buy me a $50 chainsaw that just takes gasoline like an average American.
Yep.
You know, but no, everyone has to push the lithium battery, agenda. Oh, we got to go all green because the batteries are the way it's at. Forget the fact that we're raping the land. Oh, sorry. YouTube.
Cobalt.
Raping the land for all its resources. We're using poor African children in the Congo to get your lithium batteries. So then, therefore, we're causing indentured servitude so we can go green. Wait, let's give a clap to everyone out there. Do we have a clapping thing here? That wasn't it. But hey, you know what? We'll leave that in. There we go.
No, kids are actually dying because mining collapses on it.
Oh, I know. That's what I'm saying. It's indentured servitude. We are pushing indentured servitude because we want to go green.
And it's funny. There was so much, talk about AOC. She bought a Tesla because the gold green thing, and then I guess Elon Musk pissed her off because they were having their little Twitter battles. She sold her Tesla.
I just love the fact that our congressman. And yes, I know if you saw our first opening, we had Trump, and he is the Twitter king.
Oh, he's not anymore. But when he got his mugshot, he made that one post, and I'll post it on the overlay. But he made that one post, and I think it was seen like over 120 million. Maybe it was just epic.
Can we start something? If you're a politician, can you just get off social media? Just get off. I'm not on social media. I think I'm going to try to get on our new platform that we're going to get on, Rumble. But I just get off social media. If you really want to dedicate yourself to our country in service, just get off social media.
Yeah,
you don't need it. You don't need to tweet. You don't need to Instagram story. Actually, fix our country. You know what? Like, don't even fix our country. Like y'all care so much about the other nations. I mean, dear God, I can't tell you what
I think that they've turned into celebrities.
I was going to say, I wish I remember the number, but it was when we were just pouring money into the Ukraine. But I think it was like
they're still trying. That was one of my other stories I was going to talk about.
We'll get into that. But what I was going to say was, it was around that time. I think it was on National Women's Day, International Women's Day. We gave like $200 to $300 million to the Saudi Arabian countries to support women, and
Oh yeah.
You remember what I'm talking about? I don't know if y'all remember.
They don't have women's rights over there. They behead the women out there.
I'm just saying. So they're like, well, we gave them all this money because they promised. Yeah, you know what? You walk to if our U.S. government wants to walk up to me right now, and they want to offer me $400 million, I'll go around and tell people the world's fucking pink if that's what they want. Like, yeah, you offer me $400 million, I'll say whatever you want too. I'll sit here and do a little dance.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'll do your little dance for $400 million.
Joel, I can do whatever you like.
Yeah, Joel, go ahead and tell people what you just pulled up here. All right,
so I pulled up. This guy's Twitter's handle is Nick Sorter with 2 O's. And he just elaborated, the Pentagon has decided to exempt Ukraine operation from a potential government shutdown if lawmakers fail to reach a deal by the end of the month. This means tens of billions will continue flowing into Ukraine regardless. So my main emphasis is why are we so concerned about Ukraine when Hunter Biden and all them crazy cats and even the Republicans are, it's just a big money bank at that point where all the money is, it's kind of like they're like Cayman Islands where all the money is coming from, where they do all their like deals and nobody, and back 2 years ago, they had to save Ukraine. Those little badges. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, because and
everybody's supposed to feel sorry for Ukraine when this is going on.
And this is the problem. So
this is our money, our money, everybody's money.
And this is the problem. The Ukrainian people, we do. You have to feel bad for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How would you? And that's what I think a lot of Americans and a lot of people, they have a hard time separating. You can be in support of the Ukrainian people, be against Putin killing innocent people, and not support Biden and the White House's using the Ukrainian country in this war to funnel money illegally for them. That's the problem. People think you have to pick one or the other. You have to either be against Ukraine or for Ukraine. I'm going to tell you right now, you can be there for the Ukrainian people. Our heart goes out to all the people that died in the Ukraine war. I feel bad for the Russians that died in the war, because basically you got two dictators sitting there just wanting to, puff out each other's chests and see who wins the best. And then we got our current president just sitting here using this whole, war / whatever they want to call it right now. As his personal, like you said, money laundering. Essentially, what he's doing is he's acting like like a head of a cartel.
Yeah. There's so much going on that people don't even ask questions about what's going on. They just look at a description and then don't ask any questions off of that description, and they go, "Yes, that's exactly what's going on," rather than researching their own intel.
And like I said, I can't emphasize enough. People that supported the Ukrainian war. Or the Ukrainians, I understand why you did, and you can support the Ukrainians, and you can not not want Russia to expand in fear of another Germany invasion, World War I, World War II. That's not what Joel's talking about here, and I cannot drill that enough into people's heads.
Thanks for
clarifying. He is talking about the financial aspect of funneling hundreds of $1 millions that we do not have. That money, I hope you all understand, this is money that we do not have, that the federal government just printed and made magic money show up, which is going to cause inflation and everything else out there. Okay? And this is something that's been happening since the Bush administration.
Oh yeah,
I think
both parties. We're not trying to trash the Democrats or the Republicans. Everybody's trying to get money off of this.
The Bush administration created the first whole it wasn't called a stimulus check then. I don't remember what check was called. I remember getting one when I was 18 years old.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
We got free money.
It was like $600.
Yeah. The Bush administration.
I remember that.
Yeah, used the Iraqi war. And
I was wondering why they were just handing out free money. I was like, okay.
The Bush administration, the Obama administration, the Trump administration, the Biden administration.
There's always
all these administrations have just been giving us free money.
Is this socialist stuff?
Yeah, because that's what they're trying. Because the
UBI, universal basic income.
Yeah, that's all they're trying to do. We're just everyone stop working, just go get free money.
Yeah. What about the producing aspect? Nobody's going to do anything.
Oh, the world, guys, the world we live in is a crazy one. What do you got here? Women for Trump.
No. This is
Elon Musk.
This is what you were talking about in the last episode.
Oh, the first human patient will soon. I can't believe it's not me.
No, guys, this is Elon Musk and
hold on. I just read. It says I will. The first human. I'll read it. But I'm just disappointed.
That's why I brought it up.
The first human patient will soon receive a Neuralink device. This ultimately has the potential to restore full body movement. In the long term, Neuralink hopes to play a role in AI civilization risk reduction by improving human to AI and human to human bandwidth. So, first off, Elon, thank you for not choosing me when I obviously have volunteered. Like I said,
I mean, this was made, I think, more for people with disabilities that needed, to be tested.
Yeah, I understand.
But Neuralink,
but
fall under that
I would let people understand that it worked when I became the next dictator of the world. So.
The smartest or whatever.
Yeah, when I became, I'll tell you, I'm not a fan of the whole, improving. Human to human bandwidth. Why would I want to interact with other people? Like, ugh, gross. I like interacting with you people online, I'm not a big fan of people in general in the crowds. Just no offense to all y'all out there, but if you could just give me, you know what I miss about COVID, guys.
You actually missed something.
I missed when people were so scared.
Yeah.
To stand more than 6 feet from me because I would cough on purpose. It was beautiful. Like if I got two people near me, I just started coughing and suddenly it was like I mean, literally like I had the plague, everyone gone,
Yeah.
It was amazing.
I remember before COVID, people in the Walmart line or, any kind of line at fast food or anything, they would stand literally like right behind me and I could feel them breathing on me. And it was just like uncomfortable. Get out of my personal space.
People need to learn. There's a
opposite.
There's a standardized distance. You people just need to give me a bubble, right? Give me a bubble, guys. There's ways to correct it, but we'll figure it out eventually.
Yeah.
Joel, I'm gonna go ahead and I want to read the story.
Oh, you got a story.
It's a headline, is what it is. It's an older story, but it's gonna go ahead and it's gonna go into a different segment that I eventually want to bring into, which is about just stories of my career as a police officer in a beautiful town.
This sounds interesting.
Called Terrell, Texas.
This is the Terrell segment.
It's the home of the beautiful 18, not insane asylum anymore, the Terrell Mental State Hospital for the criminally insane. If y'all didn't know that, it's just right down in Terrell, Texas, east of Dallas. If y'all didn't know, they're holding criminally insane patients in a hospital that really doesn't have any security, and they escape all the time. Shout out to Terrell, Texas, for you letting people get out all the time. If you want to deny it, you can deny it all you want, but I wrote four reports alone of patients that escaped, so sit here and try to deny it. Anyway.
Jeez, you actually lived it.
Yep. So, I think y'all heard of the Florida man. DNA in sock leads to arrest of gang member in St. Petersburg shooting, police say. A suspect in his shooting ran away so fast the suspect of his clothes came off, including a sock inside DNA. So basically, this young man ran so fast he got naked. Okay? Do you understand that?
Okay, The Flash.
Yeah, so this what goes in my story. So I was a rookie. I was still in the FTO program, which is the field training program where you get trained by an older officer.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense. A mentor. Yeah,
mentor. Basically, they teach you the ropes. You go through the academy. I was driving a glorious Crown Vic with 160,000 miles on it. The year is 2014. I think they stopped making the Crown Vic in like 2000, if not later than that. But don't quote me on that. That's just me just spitballing. But my point is, it was a very old Crown Vic. So we get a call that a gentleman is having an episode in an ambulance. We pull up, and I want to set the scene for you. So this is at the community college, TVCC. My alma mater. I got a associate's degree somehow from there. I basically just walked in and said, "Hey, I got a lot of credit hours. Can you give me a degree?" And they gave me something.
You got a pulse.
I got a pulse. So yeah, that's pretty much all they require. So anyway, I pull up and there's an ambulance, and you got the ambulance there, you got the fire truck with the fire boys, and shout out to all the firemen out there. I know how hard you work. You got to get that Call of Duty score up. You got to, you got to play some Halo. Cook some steaks.
Hell yeah.
And this is not a joke, guys. This is literally what they do. If they tell you otherwise, if you have a boyfriend or a husband or a lover or a friend that's a fireman, and he says he works hard, I promise you they don't.
They're always on the call though.
Okay. They're sitting on them
That's
lazy
a quote unquote.
Yeah, they're sitting on them lazy boys.
I'm talking about it in perspective of the wife or the lover. Or
oh yeah.
Well, I'm on a call.
What they're really doing? Yeah, leave me alone. I'm really playing Call of Duty right now. I got the high score. But anyway, so I pull up, and so. Imagine a beautiful sunny day. It's 85 degrees. It's probably I got hired in October, so let's say this is about November in Texas. 85, crisp day, beautiful skies. Birds are flying overhead. I'm a young idiot rookie cop who thinks I know the world. And like I said, I didn't join the world. I didn't join the police force to save the world. I joined it to kick ass and drive fast, and I sure as hell did that day. Yeah. So I show up, and there's a white ambulance there, and then it happens. So I've only had one fear, Joel. One fear and one fear only is becoming a police officer. I actually wanted to die on duty. That was one of my goals. I never feared death, but I feared one thing, Joel. I feared what I nicknamed the naked man. Oh. The biggest fear I ever had was having to wrestle a big, hot, sweaty daddy.
So this is
That's a callback. That's a callback to the. That's a callback to the. But yes, no, a big, sweaty, naked guy. Just something about that just never sounded appealing. And then, lo and behold, did I know that today was going to be the day. So the basically what happens is the door swings open, and this black gentleman, because he was a black man.
Oh, okay.
I know that might not be important to the story, but it's how I remember it. So if you watch the Game of Thrones, great show, and the Mountain. If you don't know who the Mountain is, Joel, do you know who the Mountain is?
I never watched that show.
Okay, see, so for people, do you know about football, Joel? Can you picture an NFL linebacker?
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
he's big.
Now picture a guy bigger than that in a reject because he was too big and too strong. This man kicks the damn door open, rippling with muscle. Giant, guys, rips his shirt off and takes off running towards the doors of a college campus. And like I said, it's October, so you remember school just had started. So you got a bunch of freshmen walking around the college campus, and you have a giant NFL reject running towards the thing. I pull up, I jump out, and my FTO says, "Get him, rookie."
Oh, you got the motivation.
Yeah, so I jumped out.
This part of the 2 qualifications, kick ass, right?
Kick ass. Yeah. So I jump out like a
driving cars will be, the next day.
Exactly. So I jump out like a rabbit, like a hound chasing a rabbit. I'm excited. And then it happens. What I didn't know, and what I'll go ahead and kind of cheat the story, is this man has taken a lot of PCP. PCP is obviously a drug that people take to, usually they dip it in their marijuana. It can cause hallucinations, extreme strength, no pain. Your heart races to the point that your body temperature raises to about 108, 110. Sometimes it kills people. It's a very horrible drug. But so even though it's an 80-degree day, I believe this guy's fever is probably running at about 110. The man is sweating, literally boiling from the inside out. So what does he do? He rips that shirt off, keeps running. Then the pants come off. Then the underwear.
Oh.
And he is running straight for my captain, who is sitting in front of the door, standing there, and I'm running up on him.
Is he eating donuts? Because that's the perspective that everybody gets.
Yeah, so he wasn't eating a donut, and I'll go into that story in a minute. But
okay, yeah. So I don't mean to go off topic because
no. He's standing there. He's standing in front of the door. He jumps up, puts his hands in the air, growls like a bear. This is not any kind of... I am not expanding on this story. This is literally how it happens. He growls like a bear and goes, "Rawr!" The guy screams, turns back into me. I jump up, grab on his back, and I'm riding this guy like a bucking bull as he's throwing me around. Because I'm a big guy, Joel, as you can tell. But this guy was bigger. Yeah. This guy was bigger, stronger, and as my face slowly slid down this man's back, down to his ass crack, as them sweaty cheeks clapped against my face, we all pig-piled, and everyone tackled on top of me. Then my trainer, in his infinite wisdom, said, "You know what would be great, and a great addition to 4 police officers and a giant sweaty guy? Pepper spray." So he goes ahead and sprays it all on my face. So now I have ass sweat and pepper spray on my eyes.
What side is he on?
I don't really know what he was thinking.
Is he with the side of that guy?
But by the time we got this guy handcuffed, he's butt naked, things falling around.
Oh my goodness.
It's just...
That sounds like a crazy
So, Terrell, little did I know that, and if you're listening and you're from Terrell, and if any of the other police officers from Terrell are listening to this and y'all know me, y'all know my story, good luck to y'all. And if you are some people, you know who you are. Well, you know what I know. I know what you know. We're going to leave it at that, folks.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I'm letting that go.
We're just,
I'm letting it slide.
Let's just say I don't have many friends from that era of my days, and this might be calling some people out. I'm going to leave all their names out of it.
But definitely.
But let's just say I had some great times, guys.
Good times.
Thank you for all the love. I really appreciate y'all being there for me. If you can't get the sarcasm in my voice, you can all go to hell. How about that?
Ooh.
Anyway, so the donut story, right? All cops like donuts.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love a donut, Joel?
I love
you find one person and tell me, But I will say, a guy tried
So
that.
do they love donuts more?
I actually never liked donuts more. I liked McDonald's more because they gave us free food.
So you're a rare exception.
I don't know. Like I said, hey, who doesn't like a donut?
Yeah, I don't know why that became like a thing.
I think it was like the whole coffee back in the 80s, eat a donut, drink coffee. But anyway, so like someone actually tried to pull that one on me one time.
Oh,
I pulled him over at a stop sign and he's laughing. He had this shitting grin on his face. And I go, license registration, sir. And he goes, you want a donut? And he starts laughing. Yeah, they did that too. He did that laugh. And I looked at him dead in the fucking face and I said, okay, thank you, sir. I said, I'm no donut for me today. I said, license insurance. I walk back and I walk up to him and I say, hey, I said, you know what's funny? I said, you want a ticket? He goes, what? I said, yeah, press hard, 3 copies, sir. Yeah, I think I got the last laugh on that story.
Yeah.
And,
you even gave him a receipt.
Yeah, I gave him a receipt, that's another story. Guys, I'm going to give you some advice out there, okay? If you think, okay, let's put this out there. Mm-hmm. I am not pro-police. I am not anti-police. I'm right down the middle.
Yeah.
I have sat in all 4 seats of that vehicle. Mm-hmm. I've driven it, I've ridden it, and I've ridden the back seat, okay? So you can't sit here and tell me I haven't done them all. I know what it feels like to be the guy in the handcuffs. I know what it feels like the guy putting on the handcuffs. I have a very, very, very rare perspective that most of you won't have. All you cops out there listening, you probably think I'm an asshole. All the people that hate cops probably think I'm an asshole. Guess what? I am an asshole. Y'all have got it all right dead on. But if I'm going to give you some advice for you people that want to bend the law, live on the edge. If you decide to go past a cop going 110 in a 40-mile-per-hour zone, throw out a giant jar of marijuana. This is before marijuana was decriminalized, but throw out a giant jar of marijuana, and then you want to ask the officer for a favor, you probably shouldn't tell him you're on probation first. So this genius, I don't remember his name, he's on probation, and he has the bright idea. He said, hey, you made me late to my probation appointment. Can you write me a note for my probation officer? And all I could think about was like, yes, sir, I can. And I got that shit-eating grin on my face, Joel. And I decided that I'd write him a little note that advised that he was driving 110 in a 40-mile-per-hour zone, and then he had thrown out a bunch of marijuana. And I wrote that on his ticket. I said, son, you can just go ahead and hand that to your probation officer. I'm pretty sure she'll excuse you of any lateness.
I'm going to look up a story.
Look up a story for you, Joel. What else can we talk about tonight, guys? You know what? It's been kind of a slow news day. We don't have much to really, talk about what's going on. I could sit here and just rag on stories all the time. Do you believe in haunted things?
Oh, yeah. You're not scared of them.
Yeah, I welcome any paranormal activities, guys. Nothing new to report on the room, and it came back clear. Nothing really happened, Bill, you got anything for us back there, Bill? I noticed I've been sitting outside a frame this entire time, guys. I'm sorry about that.
Okay, body camera footage captures the moment of an Ohio stripper calls a police officer handsome, quote unquote, and tells him to tase her because she likes it kinky after admitting she downed 6 shots of Patron during a hit and run arrest. Grace, she's 20, was behind the wheel of a Buick, and she was allegedly struck Chevrolet Cruze, which I used to drive, at an intersection in Brunswick, and then took off. An officer witnessed the accident, according to an incident report obtained by Fox News. Officer Dominic pulled her over April 30th. Wow, this was a while ago. Why is this current? Near a car dealership, and noted she had bloodshot, watery eyes and reeked of alcohol, the police alleges. So there's a lot going on. A lot of pictures of her just, her looking a little stripper-esque. Like she's got the like puppy dog
I think
eyes.
that's kind of rude to assume, Joel. Let's not go ahead and go down that route. I'm going to give you one of these guys, Joel. That story was absolutely horrible.
Okay.
If y'all want to know a story about drunk people, God knows I got plenty of them.
Oh, I
Okay,
tried.
I've had.
I just thought it was kind of funny with the whole kinky.
it would have been
wanting to get tased.
Listen,
that was interesting.
Listen, it would have been
Hey,
awesome.
I'm not a cop.
It would have been
I don't know
awesome. It would have
what's
been
going on.
awesome if the video played, but we got one of those and it was just really bad. But wah wah. I have encountered plenty of drunk people. Yeah, drunk people always say the damnedest thing. The funny drunks are the best ones. I've had people that tried to swallow the breathalyzer.
Oh,
I've had a lady that when doing the walk and turn, she just kept walking at one point. Like it's only 9 steps and then turn back around. She got to about 67 and I had to ask myself, Joel, I was like, is she running? Is she evading me, but just very, very slowly?
Oh,
Because she just kind of walked off and I had to go get her. I've had drunk people tell me they're like, I really shouldn't be driving. I was really drunk. And I was like, oh God, thanks. This is about to go eat breakfast, but now I get to arrest you for a DWI. I really appreciate it. I've been begged, I've been pleaded with, I've been yelled at. I had one person tell me that they were going to vote for Trump and build that wall. I don't know why. I know I look brown, but I didn't look that brown.
Oh,
So they kind of went with it, that was it was a good video, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed that video. I know I enjoyed the 30-second commercial. That was that was beautiful entertainment. Joel, go ahead and read us this from our favorite 2024 candidate. His latest tweet.
So he's trying to kind of feed off the failed immigration plan that Biden's enacting, and he's saying when he becomes president, if hypothetically he becomes president, he's going to invoke a unilateral wartime authority to deport illegal aliens immediately. And then also he's going to pull U.S. troops from overseas and put them on the U.S. border. Also, he's going to reprioritize the FBI, the DEA, DHS to focus on removal of the illegal naval blockade to stop fentanyl. So he's got a lot going on. There was also another thing that I saw that the last one was with the White House Eisenhower, and he deported, I think, 1.3 or 1.6 million immigrants. It was Operation Wetback.
That is the most extremely racist thing I've ever heard.
That is just actually factual, but I'm not trying to insinuate anything.
I'm not saying you were. I'm just saying the fact they called it that.
I saw that, and I was just like, wow, they actually did that back in 54.
Look, here's the thing, right? I know a lot of people, they do what they do and they need to come over here. My grandfather came over here, but he did it legally. He did it the right way. I have no issues at all with people coming to America trying to seek a better life, but there is a proper way to do it. And just invading the country under the means of asylum is not the necessary way to do it.
Yeah.
People can disagree with me, and I understand that it's probably a hot take to have.
Oh yeah,
but we can't even take care of our homeless people out there. There are individuals there are veterans, there are individuals, there are 18-year-old kids out on the street living in their cars because their parents kicked them out, and we're supposed to sit here and take on the world's problems. I'm sorry, but we're not the world's Band-Aid anymore.
There were protesters outside of a bus in San Diego or New York today and saying, do not get out of your bus.
Yeah, see, because we just can't.
New York is sick of it. Chicago's sick of it.
You know what? New York and Chicago, y'all might be sick of it, but try having the damn border that borders your states.
Well, they asked for it. There was also a meme with the New York governor, Kathleen, I can't remember her name, but she said in 2021, she was just like, hey, come on over. The border's open. Come on in. And then 2023, we got a state of emergency.
They got what they wanted, right?
Yeah.
They wanted a lot of people in. Again, this country was built on the back of immigrants. Immigrants is the reason why this country exists, but there is a proper way to immigrate, and
Yes.
that's the way we need to do it. I understand people say, well, they're wartime, they can't get out, and I am sorry, and that sucks. I really do feel bad for them. But there are people over in the Congo and Africa right now, Saudi Arabia, they're dying on a daily basis. They don't get the chance to immigrate. They don't have that choice. They don't get to do what they can. They can't just come over. It's just how the way the world works. You know what? We might be privileged sitting here being born American. Well, that's just how it happened. I'm not going to sit here and apologize for what I was born and given to a right. I personally think that we should have a mandatory 2 years. I think we talked about this, military 2 year to get citizenship. If you want to come over, I think we should, you know what? Let's make a law. That's this, I understand.
Immigrants have to serve the military.
Everyone. No, not immigrants, everyone. But if you want a U.S. citizenship, sign up for the military. If you got kids, sign up for the military. We'll take care of you. We need them. But this goes for all. This doesn't go for immigrants. This goes for all of us. We all have been given the birthright of being born into a great country.
Yeah,
and we can't apologize for it anymore. And I think that's what society tells you to do. I think society tells you as a whole to apologize for what you were born into or what you were given into. Just because you were born in a certain state or a certain era, a certain family, doesn't mean that's the way it has to be. You can always pull yourself up. You can work harder. That's the American dream.
Yeah.
I think we should live it. I think I support immigration. I really do. I think we should have more immigrants. I think immigrants are the reason why this country's better. I think immigrants take the jobs that no one wants. Yeah. But I think the way to do it is to actually do it the right way. Yeah. I don't think the way is to come illegally into a country, because guess what? Then you can't get a job. You can't get a job accurately. You're going to have to do everything illegal. And eventually you're going to probably be on the street selling or doing something, get yourself deported anyway.
I think it's also dumbing down our economy and kind of making everything just so puddled.
We just don't have the money.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't have the money to take care of the world.
$33 trillion in debt, and we're taking on millions of people from other countries.
Yeah, we're going to take, if there are other countries out there. Why isn't Canada take everyone? And honestly, I don't know what they're coming for. This country isn't great. I mean, you want to try to play the schools. Yeah, no,
we just talked about that.
Yeah, there's nothing.
You did agree with me on that.
There's nothing. There's nothing good. There's nothing good here to come here. They're escaping prosecution, and I understand.
Yeah.
And like I said, for all the kids out there, I mean, there are some people out there they're coming over here illegally because they are truly seeking better advice. Some are being paid by Soros and all his billionaire friends to try to push the narrative. And
well, I think the Democrats are trying to get their votes.
Yeah, and like I told you before, the more people that come over illegally, the more people that suddenly get to magically vote.
There was this thing that Biden is trying to get all the citizenship expedited, so they have cards so they can vote.
As long as they're paying taxes, I don't care. I said, you want to pay taxes, go ahead and give people citizenships. Yeah. That's the problem. Some people come over here, they just want to work. If you just want to work, hey, let's hand you a passport. Here. Welcome to America. You don't or a green card. Sorry, you don't get to vote, but you get to work and you get to pay taxes like the rest of us.
Yeah,
it's enjoyable.
So basically, what you're saying is this is a thrust of a lot of money into our tax system, so we can pay back our $33.
That's what I'm saying. Let's not deport. No offense to your favorite candidate, but I say let's not deport him. I say let's put him to work.
Put them to work, build into our tax, and pay back this $33 billion.
Let's everyone go to work, okay? Everyone get off your ass, stop writing tax write-offs.
Mm-hmm.
The billionaires need to start paying their fares. This is about the only.
You're gonna go back. You're gonna go there.
I'm not a Bernie fan, but there is an aspect.
The billionaires.
Yeah, there is a fact where he is one of them. There is a fact where they need to pay their share. They get to use all the tax breaks. I mean, even Trump said it in a Hillary and all her friends helped create the laws. But you're right. There shouldn't be a loophole for a billionaire to escape the taxes. Bezos, Elon, Trump, Obama, all you millionaires and billionaires out there, pay your share. Because when my sad measly check, I have to pay the $600 to the federal government, which probably gets pissed away to the Ukraine or some other third world damn country. Y'all can pay your fucking shares too. Why is it? You know what the hardest? I'm gonna go on a rant here, Joel. You know what the hardest place to be in America? The middle fucking class. Because if you're dirt poor, the government takes care of you. If you're rich, you take care of the fucking government. If you're the middleman, you get shit on every step of the way. You don't get the handouts from the government. You sure as aren't rich enough to beat the tax breaks.
Yeah.
So guess what happens? You just get, I'm going to censor myself. You're just going to get, yeah, that's a funny one, right? Oh, yeah. Shut it down, guys. Shut it down. Anyway, but I was going to use a lot of profanity there, and I stopped myself.
Yeah. Well, I distracted you.
Thank you, because I was about to unload so many F-bombs you probably couldn't take, you guys. Oh man, what a world we live in now. We live in a world where all we care about is either deporting immigrants or sending money over to Ukraine. I want to hear one candidate, just one, talk about the real crisis. And you know what the real crisis is, Joel?
What is it?
It's the mental illness in this country.
Oh, yes. That is definitely so much of a big problem.
You know how many mental institutions have been shut down over the last couple of decades?
No, I have no idea. I don't pay attention to that kind of research.
It's just they shut them all down. You know, it's gone into a privatized system. Big pharma, all they do is want to shove pills down your damn throat, 24/7.
The side effects include blah 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 blah, and so you take another pill to take a pill to cure that, and then it's just a snowball effect.
Mental illness causes a lot of issues. Causes crimes. It causes homelessness. Causes a lot of issues that we're struggling with today. But no, we got two major candidates, and the big focus is immigration and the Ukraine. And I'm not saying either of those aren't major issues. I'm just saying, again, why are we focused on the rest of the world when we're sitting at home and we need help? Yeah. America herself is crying and no one's doing anything. Yeah. You know what? We are no longer number one country in the world. We are losing to all the other ones, in my opinion.
Did you ever watch that show called The Newsroom?
I never heard that.
Oh, there's this epic scene by Jeff Daniels in the very beginning of the show, and he goes off on a tangent for like over a minute and a half or 3 minutes or pretty good length of time, and he goes down each stat, and he I guess a student was asking the student was asking the question, hey, why do you think the U.S. is the greatest country in the world? And he goes, it's not. And then he goes off on each tangent and says, well, the students, in the education system are lacking, and, in other countries are doing better. And he just goes off, and everybody's just like, whoa.
Yeah, I'm let's stay on the political topic. I'm not really a big fan of anything we got going on right now politically. I think everyone's going for that just shot bait, like, hey, immigration. No one wants to hear let's get someone to say, hey, you know what? Like I said, we're not gonna kick anyone out, but everyone's gonna pay taxes. We're gonna get our debt down to zero.
Yeah.
If we ever have a candidate that actually could do that, man, watch out, Mother Russia. We're after you.
I see where you're going there.
Bill, anything you want to say to us out here? Anyone else in the audience? Guys, I'm sorry if this podcast went really political tonight. I know we kind of try to just stick with a little bit of fun, a little bit of everything, and go around the thing. I mean, I know we start playing with the buttons. I love the buttons.
Yeah, I should have never told him.
He should never show me these buttons, because now all I'm going to do is push them like all nonstop.
And I was trying to give him a little introduction to the buttons, and he was like, "Oh, we can do that."
This is my favorite button, guys, for y'all.
Yeah,
I don't know why when I worked at Walmart they played that on a loop. If y'all didn't know, at night Walmart has its own radio station. Mm-hmm. And they literally play music for us employees at night. Oh. And they have a DJ, and people do shout outs to their stores. And after every shout out, he'd be like, I don't know why, but that for forever, that will be my memory of working at Walmart with the bow, 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 bow. I used to yell that out loud in the middle of the crowds. Guys, we have totally derailed this second podcast. If you are a listener from the first and you made it to the second one, please don't leave us. Come back for a third. I promise you, we're going to talk about some good stuff. I know Rome is a huge topic right now, going trending on the thing.
Oh yeah,
you gotta love Rome.
Do you know anything about that?
I know the Romans used to kill each other in a Colosseum, and it was awesome.
Yeah, it was football back then.
Maybe we should bring that back. I think
Do you really want the strong to survive? Like, Russell Crowe doing his thing.
Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained? Yes, I would
And he
love
throws a
that.
sword at him.
I would love that. Are you kidding me? That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Except if you look back, I think Julius Caesar's son, or maybe Julius Caesar himself, released a bunch of snakes in the audience just for fun while he watched people die from. So I mean, I guess it wasn't that great. Let's not talk about the past.
It's a different culture and society back then.
I think we should just whitewash history. I think we should just erase everything.
Yeah, about that.
Let's not go down that path tonight, guys.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, they're making up words, and then they're, deleting things from the history books, and then they're kind of exaggerating.
Joel, how much of history do you think's actually been whitewashed? I mean, I know we talk about it now that we're whitewashing, but if you really think about it, history really and truly is written by the victors, not by the losers.
Yeah, that's a good point. You never know. I have no idea. I've never even thought about that.
You know who knows? The cabal knows.
And the Freemasons.
The Freemasons. They're known by many
National
names.
Treasure when he showed the ring at the very end of the movie.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, if you I'm gonna tell you guys. There's this movie. It's awesome. It's called Abraham Lincoln. I haven't seen how it ended yet. Don't tell me.
Oh, that Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but don't tell me how it ends. I bet it's great. Don't spoil it for me. All I know is he goes to a theater, but I have no clue how it ends.
It's a long movie. It's a very long movie.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, don't spoil it for me.
I'm just saying, if you want to watch that movie and be entertained and know how it ends, then you better watch that movie.
Okay, I'm very curious. There's also another movie called Titanic that I want to see. I don't know how that ends either.
Well, that's also a very long movie. Man, they really want to take their time with the history. They
really want to show you that Leonardo DiCaprio was actually on the Titanic.
Yeah,
and he painted some naked lady, I think. And then the ship. Spoiler alert, everyone. The ship
I didn't know about that.
The ship goes down. First off, can we go on a rant about that movie? First off, you are such a bitch. You take the gemstone and you just drop it back in the water. Like, what is that, old lady? It's been 84 years.
Why did she throw it in the water?
Because she's a bitch. Like, who else does that?
I can't remember why she threw it.
She did it because she believed the stone didn't belong to them, that it belonged to the ocean.
It was the heart of the ocean.
Heart of the ocean.
Yeah, that's what it was called. Yeah, the heart of the ocean.
It's such a beautiful thing to spend 2.5 hours to basically do what we already knew was going to happen, which was the ship was going to go under the water. You remember that, this is a while back now, but sorry we started the podcast late. Remember that when people decided that it would be an awesome idea to get in a toy submarine and try to go under and see the Titanic?
Wow.
I'm going to go there. That was too much. Is that too soon, guys? I'm so sorry.
I remember that. That was a big story. It was like everybody talked about it, and then now it's like shiny new object. Attention to deficit.
Yeah, like literally
is real.
I'm gonna tell you right now. When I saw,
we don't suffer from it because we're not on social media.
I saw those. I saw the YouTube clip of them showing it and like the thing. The fact that you would get in that death trap and be like, oh hey, let's just go down underwater.
Yeah,
like. It's kind of like whole, Elon's like, let's go to space. Look, there's a reason why astronauts and train for decades to get into space. Yeah. You can't just buy your way onto space. That's not how it works, folks.
Yeah.
But we spent probably billions of dollars internationally trying to find something that they already knew had blown up. I'm so glad that we use there's some African, I know I keep going there, but I do really feel bad for the African people. There's African kids, let's get off of Africa for a minute. There's South America. Let's go 10 hours south of the border. There are kids in Mexico right now that don't have clean water, but God forbid we better spend billions of dollars looking for a billionaire who decided to do some idiotic thing and get himself blown up in the ship. But hey, thank you, the world, for proving once again, if you are rich, it doesn't matter what nationality you are. Yeah. We're going to care about you because you know what?
Yeah.
People are like, oh, people only care about white people. Oh, people only care about black people. Oh, no, people care about the only color that matters, which is green, folks.
Yep.
Green.
Yep.
green.
Where are those Benjamins?
If you got the money, you got the cares. That's all people care about nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what, folks? We don't have the money. This podcast is sponsored by Joel. Joel is the sole sponsor for this. I did buy Bill back there, but that's about all I bought. You know, and Bill was on sale. So shout out to Walmart.
Oh my goodness.
We're definitely looking for any sponsor, and you know what? We'll sponsor you.
Yeah.
I will shout you out. I will tell you your product's the best thing I've ever had. I am available for sale. Anything you want. Joe Biden, you want to give me enough money? I'll sit there and tell you be a great president. Doesn't mean I have to tell the truth.
Yeah. He will, because he needs that kind of approval rating right now. It's in the 20s right now, or the 30s.
Yeah, Joe Biden, I will give you I'm going to give you a free personal shout out right now. Okay.
Oh.
I believe that you would be an amazing president if it was 1920, because you're a racist son of a bitch. Oh, I went there, folks. I went there. How many times can this man get on the stage and say racist ass shit and people just let it go? How many times can he go on there, disrespect our military, and we just let him be the commander in chief? How many times can we let that man sniff a fucking kid before someone gets the Secret Service have to grab him from kids nowadays?
Oh, yeah.
Joe Biden, you couldn't. There's not a dollar amount on this planet that I would sponsor you.
Really? So if he gave you 100, he's giving Ukraine $6 billion.
Well, see, I wouldn't take his money because honestly,
it was an accounting error.
His money is my money because he just stole it from the American people. Joe Biden, you want to give me any kind of money, I'm going to give it right back to the American people where it came from, because that's who you stole it from.
Robin Hood.
I am no Robin Hood, but I'm sure I'm not taking that man's money.
He's stealing from the rich and giving to the poor.
Joe Biden stole from the poor and gave it to the rich. He's anti-Robin Hood. One more time, folks. Oh, I turned it down.
Oh, yeah, there it goes.
And then one of these for messing it all up.
So you got a double whammy there.
Double whammy.
There were so many emotions going on.
I got so excited. I love the buttons, guys. I'm gonna add so many different buttons.
We can program these buttons to make them sound like whatever you like.
If there is anyone out there listening and they happen to be in the FBI or just have a photo that makes you look like the FBI, we would love to replace Bill back there at any point with an actual picture of the hypothetical FBI agent named Bill that is always listening to my phone.
We'll put him on top of Batman.
Batman.
You could be a Batman for a day.
Hey, I am Batman.
Yeah. I am Robin.
Oh my God, you would be Robin. Joel, why don't you tell let's recap what we learned at the very beginning of the podcast. If anyone just started listening or if you try to edit this out. Joel openly admitted that he wants a leather daddy.
That did happen.
We're so happy that Joel has come out to this podcast. As you can tell, we are very open. We love everyone here. We're all very supportive, unless your name's Joe Biden and you love sniffing kids. You know, that's the only person we don't like here, because you know what? This podcast does not like Joe Biden. You know, come on, RFK, you can win that Democratic nomination and actually show a run for their money. I would love to actually see a presidential election with the candidates I want to see win.
It's going to be very interesting to see what happens next year. There's going to be a lot of things that could change, though.
I know, guys, we talked about taking this podcast on the road, and I know we are technically on the road, but I mean, like, do you want us to see us on a campus? Do you want my mouth and the random shit I say out loud to be on a podcast in a campus? All it's going to take, folks, is, let's say, give me a number, Joel, 100 5-star reviews, and we'll make it happen.
Yeah.
100 5-star reviews. We will somehow make it onto a college campus. We will take the day off. We will lose money to do it.
Yeah.
We will go onto a college campus and we will interview people and probably get kicked off in about 40 minutes, but we will record it.
Because everybody's so sensitive nowadays. You went about this earlier.
Yeah. So, you know, it'll be interesting to do. But that's what I'm going to ask for. That's the first thing we're going to ask from y'all. Get us 100 5-star reviews and we'll make it happen. You know what? We make promises here because that's all we can do.
What about the 3 out of 5-star situation?
Well, see, 3 out of 5 stars are great and we love them, but if we really want to get people monetizing, we do need some 5 stars. So
so you do have a catch 22.
Yeah, you know, if you want to give us 3 out of 5 stars, it's amazing, love it to death. You know, tagging that whole would recommend again. But understand that you're not going to get us on the road. You're not going to get us at one of the campuses somehow getting kicked off. And you know what? We do get to pick the campus because, well, we work in Oklahoma, so it's kind of easy because there's 2 major campuses right over here. OU and OSU. OU is the more liberal one. OSU is the more religious one. So which one do you want to go to? I know that one. We got OBU.
yeah.
We can go really religious.
Baptist,
Good old Shawnee, where there's a lot of meth, as from what I've heard in that town.
Oklahoma Baptist University?
Not at the university, at Shawnee.
Oh.
Shawnee. I'm learning more and more about Oklahoma, folks.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful state y'all have up here, Love the sand, love the dirt, love the wind. But you know what? It still beats the hell out of Amarillo. Shout out to all my West Texas folks. y'all live in a hellhole of sand.
Oh my
You
goodness.
really do. How are y'all Texas? I don't know. But you know what? I don't even recognize Texas anymore.
It's a different world over there.
That is the hellhole of sand. I worked out there for 1 week, and all I could think was like, I hate this place so much. How does anyone live here? And then you see all the oil money and all them cars, and you're like, that's how.
Yeah. Call in.
This podcast is sponsored by oil. We are not Green Initiative in this podcast, so we are sponsored by
Go
oil.
fossil fuels.
Go Exxon. Go oil.
Coal.
Who else sponsors nuclear power? This podcast is also sponsored by nuclear power.
Yes.
H3,
everything. All that fun stuff. Let's mine for H3.
Bill, please call in one day. It would be a dream to be called in by Bill.
He's been thinking about you.
He has, I know he's finally happy to have something better to do with his time than watch Netflix or play Starview on my Nintendo Switch.
So, you've talked to your phone.
I do talk to my phone. Every once in a while, I kind of just throw some stuff out there. I say some stuff that would probably get this podcast canceled. So I'm not. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say on the podcast. But I like to think that somewhere I'm on a watch list. I want to be right below cannot fly. I want to be on. I want them to know I'm aware of me. I want to be like right on that teetering of do not fly list. I don't actually go anywhere, but I would like the option to.
Yeah.
Something about flying in a tuna can at about 4,000 miles in the air is not something enjoyable to me.
Yeah, there's been a lot of situations that make me question: is it safer to fly on a plane than it is to drive a car? Because there's been like landings of turbulence, where there's the wingtip, sparking against the ground. Everybody's freaking out. You ever heard about that?
Yes, I've heard. What was that guy's name that landed in the Hudson?
Oh, that was Tom Cruise.
No, that's
Tom
a
Cruise.
movie.
Tom Hanks is Sullivan. Something.
Sully.
Yeah.
He's not a hero, guys. He just landed the plane in the water. Hot take, folks. He's not a hero.
He was focused.
He crashed the damn plane in the water.
If he was a cop, he was eating his donuts.
I'm gonna tell you.
He was eating his donuts.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Give me 10 shots out of 10. I've never flown a plane before. I bet you I can crash in the water.
Comment. Because
give me 10 chances. I'm not saying I wouldn't die with the other 9, but I guarantee you by the 10th time I would land it on the water. Give me one of y'all want to pay to put me in the simulation? I bet you I can crash land a plane in the ocean too.
What was that Denzel Washington movie called Flight? What was that all about? Because he was drinking a lot.
I don't remember. Oh, yeah.
He was drinking a lot in the beginning.
Sully was apparently drinking too. That was a whole controversy about that.
So they really released these, not too far apart, but they had these guys drinking and showing off the pilots as being drinkers. Are they sailors?
No, most pilots are drunk. Surgeons are drunk too. Have you ever had a surgery? I had a surgeon.
This makes me not want to fly anymore.
I had a surgeon. I swear my surgeon was drunk. He was later
really.
He was later arrested for touching people, apparently. But
whoa,
yeah, it was a massive lawsuit. But apparently, it was only women. Apparently, it was only women, so I couldn't get in that lawsuit. I was kind of like a little disappointed.
Equal opportunity, right?
Not saying that.
What about the Me Too?
Yeah, I mean, and I don't know how real it was. So, this could have been. And if it was real, then he's a sick son of a bitch. We don't support any of that kind of crap.
No.
But we're just messing around because
lighthearted.
Hey, if you can't, nothing's lighthearted about, what does YouTube call it? SA. There's no lightheartedness about it, but it is this lightheartedness about the fact that that surgeon was drunk, and
well,
not
he
saying
had
they all
a personal experience too.
Yeah, this is my personal experiences, and this isn't an umbrella fact of every surgeon. This is just, I like to have hot takes. I like to go after everyone, My coffee is out, guys. This is a very disappointing moment for me.
Well, that's a sad story for you. I
Yeah.
mean, this thing really went from you going crazy into a lighthearted moment to very sad.
It's very.
Like, this is very like.
I think it's because we're winding down.
Mhm.
You know, we're it's getting to that time. You know, we're right at that hour and a half mark, guys.
Yeah.
You know, we gave you a lot longer one, and you know, we're going to try to keep a pretty standardized thing. I think we're very open with this podcast.
Yeah.
We're kind of tell you what we is. You're going to see a lot of mistakes in the videos.
Yeah,
But you know, we're
just trying to get our footing.
Yeah. So, what's the main thing we need you to do? We need you to like. We need you to subscribe. Smash that like button, as I like to hear all the time. Smash it like you. I'm not going to say that.
Ooh.
Oh.
Where's that censor button again? There it is.
Yeah, we're just not gonna say it. But smash that like button, folks. Follow us. Comment, good or bad comments or comments. I don't care.
Comments help because you might be thinking something that we aren't thinking.
Yeah, if there's something you want to talk about or something you want to add to the podcast, you know, I'd love to hear it because it's always better. I'm gonna do some more research. We'll bring up different topics and stuff. You know?
Yeah. There will be better days.
That did nothing.
That's the voice modulation.
That was that all day long.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna end the podcast with this, guys. Like and subscribe.
Yes.
Like and subscribe.
Yes.
We're out.